I just realized how I may have been a little bit rude in my last video when I started bragging about how Maine is the best state to live in. While it is my personal opinion, I know most people will never get to experience it. So I wanted to share a little to help you see why I love it so much. Since it's winter and February, it happens to be snowing again. So it sort of looks like a snow globe right now because everything is still covered with snow from the last time it snowed. And with all the big fat flakes coming down, it definitely looks like a snow globe. These bezels came from my new YouTube friend, Sophia. I'll actually link her channel below because she makes some really cool stuff with her bezels. And I'll link her Etsy store below where you can actually go and purchase these bezels or any of her other wood bezels that she makes. So I actually really love how these came out at the end, but they gave me a little bit of aggravation. I thought I was gonna lose my mind filling these tiny, tiny handles with resin. I do recall seeing Sophia make something with her mugs on her channel at one point, but I don't remember if she filled the handles. So I'm gonna have to go back and check that out and see what implement she used to fill said handles. So just for fun, let me share with you all the ways I failed at attempting getting resin into those tiny, very cute, by the way, handles. I started out with a pipette, don't know what I was thinking there. I actually thought I would just be able to squeeze it right in there. Easy peasy would be on our way. But the pipette, the end of it, even my smallest one, was too big to actually squeeze into there. I then moved on to a tiny middle spatula. And the reason I went with that is because it's flat. I thought I could kind of like push it down into the handles. That didn't really work very well either. I went back to my favorite go-to, which is this pointed silicone sculpting tool that I use for basically everything. I even tried the plastic end of a micro brush. I took the little fuzzy part off so I could use the very tiny pointed end, but you still end up picking up just too much of a glob, actually. Yes, glob is a technical term that I use a lot. And that was true pretty much for all the implements that I went to try to use. So I just went back to the toothpick and try to kind of just poke it in as much as I could, let it try to, flow down to the bottom, poke some more in, and so on and so forth. So since I wasn't able to get that resin in as neat and clean as I'm usually able to, I had to do a little cleanup here on the back end of it. And by a little bit, I really mean a lot. I had to do quite a bit of sanding here to get that resin off the wood, but in the end, it was completely worth it. When I mix up the mica for the top, I made sure to add a little more than I normally would so that it would be a little extra thick and I could sort of sculpt the resin into this 3D puffy foam top, because at the end I'm going to add this cute 3D charm, and I thought it would be nice to have this top sort of resemble the cute charm that I'll be adding to the middle. I like to live on the edge and do my top coating right in front of the curing lamp while it's turned on. These 3D heart charms have a jump ring welded onto the top, so I just snatch it off and filing it down so that I can attach it here without it having any kind of snags to it. And here they are turned into earrings. They have this nice 3D effect, which is what I was going for. What do you think? Would these red hot love mugs warm you up on a cold, snowy day?